sa transaction number 14. Again, let's now move on to transaction number 14. Okay? Transaction number 14 will be the purchases from outsiders. Again, purchases from outsiders of the home office. Okay? Then transaction number 15, purchases. Again, purchases from outsiders of the branch naman. Okay? Once again, si branch po may sarili siyang libro. So, pwedeng-pwede po siyang bumili ng inventories niya sa labas. Okay? So, kapag si home office bumili, nag-purchase from outsiders, see to it that the journal entry will be to debit purchases and then to credit what? To credit cash or to credit accounts payable. Hindi naman kasama sa journal entry, yung investment in branch account. Therefore, no entry tayo dyan sa libro ni branch. Okay? Transaction number 15, same thing. We debit purchases sa libro ni branch. Then we credit what? We credit cash or accounts payable pa rin. And then hindi rin naman kasali sa journal entry yung reciprocal account. So no entry tayo sa kabila. Okay? So ngayon ganito. Number 16 tayo. Okay? Transaction number 16 will be the payment of accounts payable. Again, transaction number 16, payment of accounts payable. Okay? So dito sa transaction number 16, dalawang bagay din ang kailangan mong hahanapin. Again, dalawang bagay ang kailangan hanapin. Okay? So sir, ano po yung dalawang bagay na yon? Una is kung sino yung liable, right? Again, kailangan mong malaman kung sino yung liable. Then pangalawa, kailangan mong malaman kung sino ang nagbayad. So liable and then paid by. Okay? Sir, bakit kailangan malaman sinong liable at sino yung nagbayad? Kailangan mong malaman kung sino yung liable kasi siya dapat yung magbayad. At the same time, siya yung magde-debit ng accounts payable. Isn't it? Kapag may payment, normally the journal entry is debit accounts payable, credit cash. So kung sino ang liable, again, kung sino yung liable, siya yung magde-debit ng accounts payable. And then kung sino yung nagbayad, siya yung magki-credit ng cash. So possible na sa magkahiwalay na libro mo makita yung dalawang account na yun. Okay? So let's say dito, home office muna to. Sige, lagay ko dito transaction number 17, Payment of accounts payable, right? The one liable here, once again, lagay natin the one liable is si branch naman, okay? And then it is paid by the branch. Okay? So if si home office yung liable, once again, the home office is the one who will debit accounts payable. Okay? Si home office din ang nagbayad. So if si home office ang nagbayad, siya rin ang magki-credit ng cash. Hindi naman sinama sa journal entry, yung reciprocal accounts. So no entry tayo sa libro ni branch. Okay? Transaction number 17. Liable is si branch. So ang ibig sabihin, debit accounts payable sa libro ni branch. Okay? Sino nagbayad? Si branch din. So credit cash sa libro ni branch. Hindi rin natin ginamit yung reciprocal account. So no entry sa kabila. In short, we will only what? We will only use the reciprocal account. I mean, we will only have journal entries on both books if we use the reciprocal account. Ibig sabihin, if hindi naman natin ginamit yung reciprocal account, wala dapat journal entry doon sa kabila. Maliwanag? Ngayon, ganito. Transaction number 18 and transaction number 19 tayo. Transaction 18 and transaction number 19, papalitan ko yung nagbayad. Okay? Dito sa transaction 18, ilalagay ko nagbayad dito is si branch. Sa transaction 19, ang ilalagay ko na nagbayad is si home office. Alright? So kung sino yung nagbayad, once again, siya dapat yung mag-credit ng cash. So credit cash sa libro ni branch dito sa transaction 18. Dito naman sa transaction 19, wala dapat kay branch yung credit to cash. Si home office nagbayad eh. So ibig sabihin, sa libro ni home office, magki-credit tayo ng cash. Okay? So ngayon ganito, sa 18 muna tayo. Dito sa transaction number 18, sino dapat ang magbayad? The liable, the one liable, is the home office. Si home office dapat ang magbayad. Sino ang nagbayad? Ang nagbayad is si branch. So isipin mo na lang, si branch nag-remit ng cash papunta kay home office, then the home office used the same, no? Again, the home office used the same para what? The home office used the same to pay its liabilities. So if there will be a cash or an asset transfer from the branch going to the home office, the reciprocal accounts will be decreased. Okay? That's why here, to decrease the IIB account, kailangan mo yung i-credit. To decrease the HOCA account, kailangan mo naman yung i-debit. Okay? So those are the journal entries here in transaction number 18. Okay? Transaction number 19 tayo. Here, in transaction number 19, anong nangyari? In transaction 19, the one liable is the branch. Then, it is paid by the home office. So, ang isipin mo na lang, the home office transferred some cash to the branch in order for the branch to pay the same. Ibig sabihin ngayon, if there will be a cash or an asset transfer from the home office to branch, see to it that what? See to it that the reciprocal accounts must be increased. Okay? So, debit IIB tayo dito. And then, we credit home office current account. So, those are the journal entries here in transaction number 19. Okay? Punta na ngayon tayo sa transaction number 20. Okay? Buburahin ko lang ulit to, no? So, transaction number 20. Right? Expenses incurred, again, expenses incurred by the home office. Okay? Branch muna tayo. Gusto kong unahin si branch. Okay? Then transaction number 21 will be the expenses incurred, again, expenses incurred by the home office. Okay? So listen very carefully. Kapag si home office, no? Again, kapag si home office nag-incur ng expenses, what will be the journal entry? Branch muna pala. What will be the journal entry? The journal entry is to debit expenses. Again, the journal entry, no? Is to debit expenses and then to credit what? To credit cash or accounts payable or sabihin na nating liabilities. Okay? And then hindi naman gumalaw. Hindi kasama sa journal entry, no? Yung reciprocal account. Therefore, no entry tayo here sa home office books. Okay? Now, transaction number 21 tayo. Transaction number 21, this time, no, si home office naman. So, we debit expenses. Again, we debit expenses. We credit cash or liability as well sa libro ni home office. Hindi rin naman gumalaw yung reciprocal accounts. Therefore, no entry tayo dito sa libro ni branch. Okay? So, ngayon ganito. Transaction number 22. Branch allocated, no? Right? Or before ako pumunta dyan sa transaction 22 and then transaction number 23, right? Meron muna akong introduction dito para mas magets natin. Right? Kasi for me, I believe, no? I believe na kapag may introduction, no? Or kapag alam nyo yung story behind, mas madali nyo siyang mag-gets. Okay? So, para mag-gets natin si transaction number 22 at si transaction number 23, meron muna akong ipapaalala sa inyo. Right? Do you still remember? Right? Do you still remember what you did? What you did last February 14, 2020, ano yun? 2018? Yeah, 2018 nata yan. Yeah, 2018. Ayaw ko namang maalala mo, no? Hindi ko naman gustong maalala mo na wala kang ka-date nung Feb 14, 2018. Hindi ko rin naman ipapaalala sa'yo na walang nagbigay ng chocolate sa'yo, walang nagbigay ng flowers. Ayaw ko maalala mo yun eh. Ayaw ko maalala na mag-isa ka lang nung Feb 14, 2018. Ang gusto kong maalala mo is meron kang finalo. Again, meron kang finalo nung February 14, 2018. Okay? Finalo mo is yung gumawa, no? Yung gumawa nung best friend, nung ano pa, nakalimutan ko eh. Pero may mga video siyang ginawa, no? Eh, wala nang libreto, no? Una niyang video na ginawa. Anong una niyang video na ginawa? Yung tipo bang ang sweet, hinikwento ng lalaki kung paano sila nagkakilala ng babae. Sobrang sweet nila. Alright? Yung tipo bang Jollibee to, by the way, Jollibee. I know, napanood niyo to. Yung tipo bang nagkakilala daw sila sa Jollibee. Yung tipo bang pagtingin niya sa likod, anong nakita niya? Pagtingin niya sa likod, pumasok yung girl. Alam niyo yun? Sobrang sweet na slow mo pa yon. And then nung order sila, pareho sila ng in-order. Kasalan yun wedding yun Then pagdating sa wedding, anong nangyari? Kinalibutan ka, no? Kinalibutan ka sa ending. Bakit? Nag-goosebump ka kasi, right? Hindi pala siya yung groom. Sino yung groom? Yung best friend. Naalala nyo ba yun? Anyway, second video. Ano yung second video? The second video is yung cheerleader, tapos merong nerd. Yung nerd, crush niya yung cheerleader, tapos sinusulatan niya yung cheerleader through sticky notes, and then nilalagay niya yun dun sa Yum Burger with Cheese. Tama ba? So, bibili siya ng Yum Burger with Cheese, may sticky notes, and then apparently, binibigay niya yun dun sa cheerleader. Tama ba? Then, ano yung pangatlong video? Tatlo yun Pangatlong video is yung anak, kadate niya yung nanay niya. Tama ba? Tama. Yeah, yung anak, kadate niya yung nanay niya. Okay? Kasi tinuruan daw siya ng tatay niya. Okay? Yung tatay niya, alam niyo yung naka-recorded video na lang, patay na yung tatay niya Right? So, dinate ng anak, yung nanay niya sa Jollibee, right? Nag-order ng bucket of chicken. Tama ba? Nag-order ng isang bucket of chicken. Right? Isn't it? Kinilibutan ka rin doon. Tama ba? Right? Akala mo talaga, kausap yung tatay. Yun pala, recorded na lang. No? Patay na pala. Okay? Anyway, bakit ko kailangan sabihin to? Bakit ko kailangan ikwento yun? Right? Anyway, ang point ko dito, sinong gumastos nun? Isang branch lang or maybe the home office lang. Again, possible po na si home office lang ang gumastos nun. Okay? Siyempre, hindi naman lahat ng branch gumastos dun Isang entity lang ang gumastos, either the branch or the home office. Pero sure ako, kahit na si home office yung gumastos, right? That advertisement, once again, that advertisement benefited all the branches, all the Jollibees around the world or all around the Philippines maybe. Okay? What I mean is, after watching the video about the wedding, I'm sure there are a lot of Filipinos wherein pumupunta na sila o bibili na sila sa Jollibee. Then every time na nag-order sila, tumitingin sila sa likod, tama ba? Kaso nadi-disappoint sila Bakit? Kasi akala nila may papasok doon. And then yun na the one. Hindi pala. Sino yung nakikita nila? Yung security guard, yung nakikita nila. Or si Jollibee, yung estatwa ni Jollibee, tama ba? Meron ba nag-try dito na dahil dun sa video na yun, pumunta sa Jollibee, then tumitingin palagi sa likod, baka may papasok, maglalakad ng slow-mo, yung may hangin pa, mga ganun, Okay? Then another reason kung bakit nag-increase or nag-benefit lahat ng branches is doon sa Yum Burger with Cheese. Madaming gumaya doon. Yung tipo bang bumibili sila ng Yum Burger with Cheese, then nilalagyan ng sticky note. So tumaas yung sales ni Jollibee as a result of that. Another reason, yung third video, madaming bumili ng bucket of chicken sa Jollibee, Hindi ko alam kung bakit bumili. Madaming bumili ng bucket of chicken from Jollibee because they thought na pwede umorder ng one bucket of chicken, Joy, na puro Thai part. Doon sa video, lahat Thai part. Tama ba? Doon sa video, nakita nyo naman, lahat Thai part. Pero pagpunta mo sa Jollibee, anong meron? Walang Thai part. Tama ba? Anyway, my point here is that only the home office, right, bear the expense with regards to that advertisement, but all the branches benefited from that promotion or from that advertisement. So due to that, na tipo bang maraming nag-benefit from that advertisement, see to it ngayon, na sometimes, again, see to it now, na sometimes the home office allocates, sometimes the home office allocates expenses to branch. Ibig sabihin, nag-benefit ka, di ba? Branch, nag-benefit ka, di ba? So mag-share ka ngayon doon sa expenses ko. Mag-share ka ngayon doon sa binayad ko. So if that's the case, portion of the expenses of the home office will be credited and will be transferred to the branch. So magkakaroon ngayon ng expense si branch. Apparently here, this expense is already paid by the home office. So ibig sabihin, if binayaran na to ni home office, parang nagkaroon ng cash transfer ngayon dito. Why? Because parang binigay ni home office yung pambayad kay branch. So if that's the case, reciprocal accounts must be increased. That's why we'll debit IIB here and then we'll credit home office current account. Okay, yun lang naman. Para lang naman doon yung grabe ang haba ng kwento, tapos yun lang pala. yung point ni Sir Ray, right? At least na-gets mo, di ba? Right? Nakakaiyak din yung joke lang. Anyway, the transaction, on the other hand, here in number 23, is that the branch naman, no? The branch is the one who will allocate. So branch allocates expenses, okay, to home office. So kapag si branch naman ang nag-allocate ng expense sa home office, meaning some of the expenses of the branch is charged. Again, some of the expenses of the branch is charged to the home office. See to it that the journal entry here is to debit expenses on the books of the home office, then credit expenses on the books of the branch. Okay? So here, think of it like this, no? It's like the branch transmitted some or remitted some cash to the home office in order for the home office to pay these expenses. So if that's the case, in substance, there is a cash transfer or an asset transfer from the branch going to the home office. So if that's the case, reciprocal accounts is actually what? Is actually decreased. Okay? That's why here we need to credit IIB and we need to debit home office current account. Okay? So those are the journal entries here in transaction number 23. Okay? By the way, 20 and 23 can be compounded. Again, yung transaction number 20 and 23, no? Pwede po silang i-compound. Okay? Transaction number 21 and 22, on the other hand, can also be compounded. Okay? So, pwede mong i-compound yung transaction 20 and 23 at yung 21 at 22. Okay? So, journal entry number 24 will be the acquisition. No? Again, journal entry number 24 will be all about acquisition of property, plant, and equipment. All right. So here, in the acquisition of property, plant, and equipment, there are three things that you need to know. Again, tatlong bagay, no, ang kailangan yung malaman dito. Okay? So listen very carefully kasi mahalaga to. First is sino nag-acquire. So acquired by. Again, first, you need to know sino bang nag-acquire. So it is, so first question, acquired by. Second thing na kailangan mong malaman dito will be kung sino bang mag-carry. So, carried by. Okay? So, sir, bakit kailangan? Mamaya ako sasabihin yung pangatlo. Sir, why do we need to know who among the two parties here acquired the PPE and who among the parties will carry the PPE on their books? Well, what will be the normal journal entry kapag bumili tayo ng PPE? Isn't it? The normal journal entry is we are debiting property, plant, and equipment, whether equipment or whether machinery. Then we are crediting what? We are crediting cash. Again, we are crediting cash. Okay? So whoever is the entity who will carry the same, no, on its books, see to it na siya ang magde-debit, no, or that entity will debit the said PPE. So siya yung magde-debit ng PPE. And whoever is the entity who will acquire the PPE is the one who will credit the cash. So, ang ibig sabihin, this normal journal entry is possible na magkahiwalay ulit. Yung debit, nakikita mo sa home office books, and then yung credit, nakikita mo sa branch books. Okay? So, as we all know, some PPEs may be depreciated, no? Need to be depreciated. Meaning, when we depreciate property, plant, and equipment, the normal journal entry is actually we are debiting what? We are debiting depreciation expense, and then we are crediting accumulated depreciation. Again, debit, depreciation expense, and then credit accumulated depreciation. Okay? So see to it that whoever is the one who carried the same on its books is the one who will credit the accumulated depreciation. Again, kung sino ang magki-carry sa libro niya or magre-record sa libro niya, siya yung magki-credit ng accum debt. Why? Because in the computation of carrying amount, we are actually what? We are actually deducting the accumulated depreciation from the cost of the said property, plant, and equipment. So, ang ibig sabihin ngayon, if yung PPE naka-record doon sa entity na kung sino mang nag-carry nun, siya rin dapat ang magki-credit ng accumulated depreciation. Because apparently, hindi pwede na nasa magkabilang libro yung cost at yung accumulated depreciation. Okay? On the other hand, the one who will record, no, the depreciation expense, again, the one who will record the depreciation expense is actually the one who will use the same. So dito, lalagyan natin, no, used by. Okay? So, apparently now, kung sino man yung entity na gagamit na tong PPE na to, that will be the entity who will debit depreciation expense on its books. Right? So, ibig sabihin dito, there are three things na we need to know. Acquired by, siya yung mag-credit ng cash. Carried by, siya yung mag-debit ng PPE at mag-credit ng accumulated depreciation. Then used by, because yun yung mag-debit ng depreciation expense. Right? So here, let's say this is acquired by the home office, carried by the home office, and then used by the home office. Okay? So dagdagan na natin dito ng transaction number 25. Transaction number 25 will be the depreciation. No? Again, transaction 25 will be the depreciation of property, plant, and equipment. Okay? So listen very carefully. If it is acquired by the property, plant, and equipment, it is acquired by the PPE. No? If it is acquired by the home office, see to it that the home office will be the one who will credit cash. Okay? Since the home office is the one who will carry the same on its books, see to it that the home office will be the one who will debit the said PPE, let's say equipment. Okay? So since hindi naman natamaan yung reciprocal account dito, see to it that we have no entry on branch books. Okay? Next, it is used by the home office. If it is used by the home office no, will debit the depreciation expense. And then since it is carried by the home office, see to it that the home office as well will be the one no, who will credit the accumulated depreciation. And once again, we have no entry on branch books. Right? So these are the journal entries here in transaction number 24 and transaction number 25. Okay? I think okay pa yan. No need to ask you guys. No? Okay? So ngayon, palitan ko to. Let's say, gawin natin tong used by the branch. Okay? So lalagay natin dito transaction number 26 and then 27. Again, transaction number 26 and 27 na tayo. Okay? So ang pinalitan ko lang dito is yung used by. This time, it is used by the branch. Okay? So if it is still to be acquired by the home office, credit to cash will still be seen on the home office books. It is still to be carried by the home office, so debit equipment still on the books of the home office, and we have no entry on branch books. Okay? This time, it is to be used by the branch. So if it is to be used by the branch, see to it that the debit to depreciation expense must be seen on branch books. Meaning, here, wala dapat yung debit depreciation expense sa home office books. Okay? But still, the home office is the one who carried the same no, on its books. That's why the credit to accumulated depreciation is still seen no, on the home office books. Okay? So, hear me out, guys. Okay? Here, the home office has a PPE. Bumili si home office ng PPE. Tama ba? So, may PPE si home office ngayon. That PPE, right, is what? Is to be used by the branch. Meaning, the home office let the branch no, to use the same PPE. So, in substance now, or technically now, there is an asset transfer. There is a PPE transfer from the home office going to the branch. And as discussed last Monday, if there will be an asset transfer from the home office going to the branch, see to it that the reciprocal accounts will be increased. Okay? So, to increase the IIB account, we need to debit it. So, debit investment in branch. Then, to increase the home office current account, we need to credit the home office current account. Okay? So these are the journal entries here in transaction number 26 and 27. Okay? Now, punta tayo sa transaction number 28 and 29. Again, let's move on to transaction number 28 and 29. Transaction number 28 and 29, papalitan ko rin to ng branch. Okay? So this time, it is acquired by the home office, carried by the branch, and then used by the branch. Okay? So if it is the home office no, who acquired the same PPE, see to it that credit to cash is seen on the home office books. Okay? But since it is to be carried no, by the branch, see to it that the debit to equipment must be seen on branch books. Again, debit to equipment no, here in branch books. Okay? Because it is to be carried by the branch. Okay? Now, hear me out. Nagkaroon ng PPE or ng equipment si branch. Sino ang nagbayad? Ang nagbayad is si home office. So think of it this way, no? It's like the home office sent some cash to the branch in order for the branch to acquire a PPE. So parang isipin mo na lang, si home office, binigyan niya ng pera si branch pambili ng equipment. And if that's the case, there is actually an asset transfer or a cash transfer from the home office going to the branch. So the reciprocal accounts will increase. That's why here, we need to debit investment in branch and then we need to credit the home office current account. Okay? Now, ganito. Anong nangyari dito? It is to be carried, no? In the branch books, carried by the branch. So if it is carried by the branch, see to it that accumulated depreciation must be recorded on the branch books. Also, it is to be used by the branch. If it is to be used by the branch, depreciation expense must be recorded on branch books as well. Ibig sabihin here, on the depreciation of property, plant, and equipment, we have no entry on home office books. Okay? So these are the journal entries, no, here in transaction number 28 and 29. Okay? Sorry na, kung tatanungin kita ulit, chat section please. Nagets po ba kung bakit ganun yung mga journal entries natin? Are we still good? Clear po ba? Clear? Okay. I hope clear yung turo ni Sir Ray, no? Now, let's move on to transaction number 30. Again, let's now move on, no, to transaction number 30 to 31. Again, meron tayo dito, no? Transaction number 30 to 31. Okay? So here in transaction number 30 to 31, I will change the use by dito sa home office. Again, yung use by, no, gagawin kong home office. Okay? So if it is to be acquired by the branch, credit to cash will still be seen on, joke lang, acquired by the home office, credit to cash will still be seen on home office books. It is still to be acquired, to be carried by the branch. So debit to equipment is still seen on branch books. Okay? So same explanation why we debited IIB and we credited HOCA. Okay? Now, punta tayo sa depreciation. Yes, it is to be carried by the branch. That's why the credit to accum debt is seen on the branch books. But hear me out. Medyo magulo to, no? So kailangan nyong makinig na mabuti. This is to be used by the home office. Again, this is to be used by the home office. So if it is to be used by the home office, depreciation expense must be recorded on home office books. Again, depreciation expense must be recorded on home office books. Okay? Now, hear me out. After, okay, the branch carried the same equipment on its books, see to it that the owner of the equipment now is the branch. Once again, the owner of the equipment now is the branch. Okay? So if the branch let the home office, no, to use the same equipment, see to it now that there will be an equipment transfer or an asset transfer, no, from the branch to the home office. So if there will be an asset transfer from the branch going to the home office, reciprocal accounts will decrease. That is why here we need to credit investment in branch, and then we need to debit the home office current account. So even though the home office is the one, right, who paid that acquisition, still see to it that IIB will be credited because the home office will be the one who will use the same. Okay? So those are the journal entries here in transaction number 30 to 31. Okay? Now, punta tayo, no, sa transaction number 32 to 33. Again, let's now move on here in transaction number 32 to 33. Okay? So here in transaction 32 and 33, ang gagawin natin muna is that anong tawag dito? Okay? It is to be acquired by the branch, carried by the branch, and then used by the branch. Okay? Once again, here, it is to be acquired by the branch. So credit to cash must be seen on branch books. Carried by the branch, so debit equipment is seen on branch books. Then we have no entry on home office books. Okay? Now, it is to be used by the branch as well. So debit depreciation expense on branch books. It is to be carried by the branch. So accum debt is credited on branch books. So we also have no entry on home office books here. Okay? I think gets naman yon. Now, punta tayo sa transaction 34 to 35. Again, let's now move on here in transaction number 34 to 35. Okay? So here, in transaction 34 to 35, gagawin ko tong home office. So this time, it is to be used by the home office. Okay? So here, if it is to be acquired by the branch and carried by the branch, same entry lang dun sa item number 34. Again, transaction 34, ganyan pa din yan. Okay? I think no further explanation is needed. But here in transaction 35, see to it that since this is to be used by the home office, the depreciation expense now will be debited. No? Again, depreciation expense will now be debited on home office books. Okay? So here, the equipment is owned by the branch. So if the branch let the home office to use the same equipment, there is actually an asset transfer from the branch going to the home office. So reciprocal accounts will be decreased. So we'll credit IIB and then we'll debit HOCA. Okay? So that's the journal entry, or those are the journal entries here in 34 and 35. Okay? Now, without further ado, punta ako sa 36, 37. So lalagay ko dito, 36, 37. Okay? So here in 36, 37, gagawin ko tong home office. So it is acquired by the branch, carried by the home office, and used by the home office. Okay? So if it is acquired by the branch, see to it that credit to cash must still be seen on branch books. Okay? But this time, it is to be carried by the home office. So debit equipment will be made on the home office book. So pinaghiwalay ulit natin yung normal journal entry natin. Okay? So here, think of it, na tipo bang the branch gave the home office some cash in order for the home office to acquire an equipment. Ibig sabihin, if nagpadala ng pera si branch papunta kay home office, there is an asset transfer now from the branch going to the home office. So reciprocal accounts will decrease. Okay? That's why here, we'll credit IIB, then we'll debit home office current account. Hopefully, nakakasunod ka pa. Okay? Then apparently here, anong mangyayari? Since it is to be used by the home office, debit depreciation expense, so home office books. Carried by the home office, so credit accumulated depreciation on the home office books. Okay? And then apparently, we have no entry on branch books. Okay? So those are the journal entries here in transaction number 36 and 37. Okay? Now, transaction number 38 and 39. Again, transaction number 38 and 39. Okay? So here in transaction number 38 and 39, okay, papalitan ko to ng branch. Okay? So acquired by the branch, carried by the home office, and then used by the branch. Once again, this is a matter of accounting policy. Okay? So here, if it is to be acquired by the branch, credit to cash will be seen on branch books. This is to be carried in the home office book. So debit equipment is seen on home office books. Okay? So same reason. Nagkaroon ng cash transfer dito. That's why we credited IIB and then we debited HOCA. Okay? Now, hear me out. It is to be used by the branch. So depreciation expense must now be debited on branch books. But it is to be used. It is carried in the home office books. So credit accum debt is still seen on the home office books. Okay? Now, hear me out. Dito, the owner of the equipment is already the home office. Once again, the owner of the equipment here is the home office. Then, it let the branch to use the same. Ibig sabihin, there is an asset transfer now or an equipment transfer from the home office going to the branch. Therefore, the reciprocal accounts will increase. Basta kapag galing kay home office, papunta kay branch, increase lagi yun. Okay? That's why here, we'll debit investment in branch, then we'll credit the home office current account. All right? So these are the journal entries here in transaction number 38 and 39. So those are all the scenarios here in acquisition of property, plant, and equipment. Okay? So burahin ko lang All right. So now, let's move on to transaction number 40. Again, let's now move on here in transaction number 40. Okay? So here, in transaction number 40, let's say the branch generated, again, the branch generated net income. Okay? So see to it, na kapag si branch nag-generate ng net income, on the branch books, income summary account, once again here, income summary account is actually what? Is actually on the credit side of the equation. Okay? Because apparently, if yung income summary nasa debit side, sige, lagyan natin item number 41, branch incurred, again, branch, incurred net loss. Okay? So dito naman sa transaction 41, if the branch incurred net loss, see to it that the income summary account, once again, the income summary account, on the other hand, is on the debit side of the equation. So here, para ma-close, once again, para ma-close yung net income, since nasa credit side yung income summary account, kailangan natin yung i-debit. So we'll debit income summary here. Again, we'll debit income summary. Okay? Once again, saan na nga kinu-close yung net income or net loss na yan? It is to be closed to the equity or to the capital account. And what's the capital account of the branch? Capital account of the branch is the home office current account. So that's why here, we'll credit the home office current account. Okay? Once again, if you want to increase the HOCA, you need also to increase the IIB account. So if we increase the HOCA here, we'll also increase the investment in branch account. Again, we'll also increase the investment in branch account. Okay? Then apparently, we'll transfer the income summary account on the home office books. Okay? So these are the journal entries here in transaction number 40. Okay? So ngayon, transaction 41. Kapag may net loss, debit ang income summary. So to close it, we need to credit it. So credit income summary here. Again, we'll credit income summary. Okay? Then once again, we'll close it to the capital account of the branch, which is the home office current account. Okay? So if we decrease the HOCA, we also have to decrease the IIB account. Then apparently, we need to transfer the net loss to the home office books. That's why here, we'll debit income summary. Sir, bakit natin kailangan kasi i-transfer sa home office books yung net income or net loss ni branch? Well, as I said last Monday, the home office will need to prepare combined income statement kasi. When I say combined income statement, see to it that the net income, assets, liabilities, and equity are all combined. So the net income of the home office will be combined to the net income of the branch. That's why we are transferring the net income or net loss of the branch on the books of the home office. So those are the journal entries here in transaction number 40 and 41. Okay? Now, punta tayo sa transaction number 42. Again, let's now move on here in transaction number 42. Okay? So, konting review lang how to compute the cost of goods sold of the branch. Again, cost of goods sold of the branch is computed this way. Okay? We are adding beginning inventory and the purchases account. And also, we are adding here the shipment from home office account. Okay? To compute the total goods available for sale. Okay? Then we are deducting here the ending inventory to compute what? To compute what we call the cost of goods sold account. Okay? Now, this cost of goods sold, once again, this cost of goods sold will be part of what? Will be part of the net income computation. Ibig sabihin, the net income is computed by deducting from the sales account. Again, net income is computed by deducting from the sales account the cost of goods sold. So, sales minus cost of goods sold will actually give us the gross profit. Okay? Then, after deducting, after deducting all the operating expenses, mako-compute natin yung net income of the branch. Okay? Now, if you can still remember anong sinabi natin last time. Right, balik lang ako dito, Okay? See to it, nang usapan natin last Monday, Ang usapan natin last Monday, shipment to branch is what? Is always, again, always at cost. Okay? Because hindi lolokohin ni home office yung sarili niya. While shipment from home office is always at bill price. Again, shipment from home office is always at bill price. Okay? That's actually the reason. Once again, that is the reason why in the home office books, last Monday, ang ginawa natin is merong AFOB nangyari. Then sabi ko nga sa inyo, that allowance for overvaluation of branch inventory or unrealized profit will only be realized if nabenta na yan sa labas. Right? So let's say nabenta yan sa labas. Pag nabenta yan sa labas, since shipment from home office is overstated. Bakit overstated? May kasamang profit eh. Once again, shipment from home office is at bill price. This is recorded at bill price. Okay? So since this is recorded at bill price, total goods available for sale as well as the cost of goods sold now are overstated. You with me? So if overstated, no? Once again, if overstated ang cost of goods sold, mas marami ang maibabawas. Therefore, gross profit will be what? Gross profit will now be understated. Then if the gross profit is understated, net income now will also be understated. So the net income reported now of the branch is actually understated. So ibig sabihin kung kulang yon, right? Ilagay na ngayon natin, no? Item or transaction number 42 is the realization of a FOB. So kapag nabenta na yan sa labas ni branch, see to it that the income summary, no? Once again, the income summary account reported by the branch is understated. Kaya dadagdagan natin yon. Again, yung net income naka-credit, kaya ito naka-credit. Then apparently will debit what? Will debit the allowance for overvaluation of branch inventory. Once again, realization will only occur if the branch sold, okay, the inventory to outsiders. The inventory to outsiders. All right? So that's transaction number 42. Walang kaalam-alam dyan. Si branch, syempre, therefore no entry on branch books. Okay? So chat section, please. Are we clear with regards to transaction number 42? Now, isang libro na lang ang pag-uusapan natin. Once again, isang libro na lang, no, ang pag-uusapan natin. Okay? So punta ngayon tayo sa elimination of reciprocal accounts. Again, elimination of reciprocal accounts. Okay? In the preparation of the combined financial statement, we need to eliminate all the reciprocal accounts. Kailangan silang ma-eliminate because hindi pwede na sa iisang FS, meron kang HOCA at meron kang IIB. Hindi po yun pwede. Right? That's why here, transaction number what na tayo? Transaction number 43. Again, transaction number 43, no, will be the elimination of HOCA and IIB. So we need to eliminate HOCA and IIB. Once again, after reconciliation, ulitin ko after reconciliation, HOCA and IIB are now equal. Okay? Because kapag hindi yan bumangga, hindi sila nag-equal, magduda ka na sa sagot mo. With me? So asahan mo ngayon dito na what? Asahan mo ngayon dito na to eliminate HOCA, you just need to debit HOCA. Then to eliminate IIB, kailangan mo lang naman siyang i-credit. So this is the journal entry, no? Here in the elimination of HOCA and IIB. And that's transaction number 43. Okay? Now, transaction number 44 tayo. Transaction number 44 will be the elimination, no? Again, transaction 44 will be the elimination of shipment to branch, shipment from home office, okay? And a FOB account. So, kailangan din natin i-eliminate, no? Itong tatlong to. Okay? Once again, shipment from home office, no, is always at bill price. And the normal balance of it, since na-receive yan ni branch, is debit. So to close it, kailangan mo siyang i-credit. Okay? Now, shipment to branch is always at cost. Normal balance of this is credit. So para ma-close, kailangan natin siyang what? Kailangan natin siyang i-debit. Okay? Then apparently, syempre, no, any balance of the FOB account will also be eliminated. So here, magki-credit, magdi-debit tayo, no? Again, i-debit natin yung FOB account. Okay? That's why here FOB account is actually debited. Okay? So this is the journal entry. Once again, this is the journal entry, no? Here in transaction number 44. So these are our elimination entries. Okay? Alright. So ngayon ganito. Before ako pumunta, no? Again, before ako pumunta sa mga next transactions natin, may gusto lang ako linawin. Okay? Once again, we have how many reciprocal accounts? We have 4 reciprocal accounts in total. Ano yung 4 na yon? Number 1 will be the home office current account. Number 2 will be the investment in branch account. Number 3 will be the shipment to branch account. And then number 4 will be the shipment from home office account. Okay? So once again, itong dalawang to, yung HOCA and IIB, sila yung always equal. Okay? So HOCA is the equity account. Once again, listen very carefully, mahalaga to. HOCA is the equity account of the branch. That's why HOCA is seen in the balance sheet of the branch. Once again, HOCA is seen in the balance sheet of the branch. Okay? IIB on the other hand, no, is an asset on the books of the home office. That's why IIB is considered to be seen in the balance sheet of the home office on the other hand. Okay? Shipment to branch is seen on the branch books, home office books. Apparently, okay, ginagamit yan or nakikita yan sa income statement. So STB now is seen in the income statement of the home office. Then shipment from home office is seen in the income statement of the branch. Okay? So HOCA and IIB, always equal. Yan yung usapan natin kanina. Always equal. Okay? STB and shipment from home office, not always equal. Again, not always equal. Why? Because gaya ng usapan natin nung Monday, STB is always at cost, while shipment from home office is always at bill price. That's why only the HOCA and IIB are being reconciled here. Alright? Diniscuss ko lang ulit to because possible nalituhin ka ng problem. Sometimes the problem will not tell you that this is actually the HOCA, the IIB, the STB, or the shipment from home office. But instead, anong sasabihin sa'yo ng problem? Ang sasabihin sa'yo ng problem is that this amount is seen in the income statement of the branch. Parang gano'n, no? The reciprocal account seen in the income statement of the branch is equal to 100,000. So kapag gano'n ang wordings, gano'n yung sentence na binigay sa'yo, anong magiging treatment nun? Siyempre, magtataka ka, ano kaya yung reciprocal account na nasa income statement ni branch? Is it the HOCA, the IIB, the STB, or the shipment from home office? That's why here, kailangan mong tandaan kung saan sila makikita. Income statement ba or balance sheet? And then sa kaninong libro? Is it from the branch or in the home office books? Because once again, sometimes the problem will not tell you directly na this is actually the HOCA or the IIB. The problem will give you a clue that this is actually the HOCA. For example, sasabihin ng problem, the reciprocal account seen in the balance sheet of the branch is 50,000. So if hindi mo alam na yung reciprocal account na nakikita sa balance sheet ni branch is HOCA, hindi mo ngayon malalaman na yung 50,000 na yun, HOCA pala. Right? So kailangan yung tandaan itong mga to. Very good.